Something major is about to change for you. People are noticing your energy shift and they are completely shocked by how fast you're ascending. Your elevation is here. Hey there, I'm Katsumi and this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. The energy is vibrant with personal success, and right now the word coming through is ascension. I'm also hearing that your light is growing too bright to ignore. So let's find out what other messages are coming through. Ooh, Knight of Swords. It feels like you're very decisive right now. Like almost like you're pushing forward really fast. Very, I don't know if it's aggressive, but it feels like a huge rush. Like you're taking very swift action towards something right now. It almost feels like ooh. Yeah, it feels like you're almost like juggling a lot of things, but you're at the same time being very adaptable and very balanced. It feels like you're... Ooh, wow, that's like some strong energy. It feels almost like, it definitely feels like you know what you're doing, okay? Yeah. It's like you've got yourself together with everything that's going on. Ace of Wands. You also have like this very, this huge spark about you as well. Like something ignited within you. Something inspired you. Maybe you've been inspired by something or someone for a very long time now. Maybe you've been working on something for a long time and finally it feels like it's coming into balance. You feel like you're able to integrate harmoniously with it. So now you're taking more action towards like what it is that you're doing. It almost feels like you built up your skill set in something too. It's almost like you're building this skill. You've been working hard on it for a long time. And you also have like a steady hand with it too, is what I heard. And Six of Pentacles, it feels like you've been giving a lot and receiving in return. It feels like you've been giving more than receiving, but nonetheless you are receiving, and you're also manifesting a lot of things in that regard too. Like because you're giving to others so much so towards what it is that they're trying to accomplish, your good karma is like stacking up is what I'm hearing. Like it's stacking up a lot. And it feels like you're about to cash in, is what I'm hearing here. Yeah. There's gonna be some endings, okay? And it's gonna be some sort of transformation happening for you after you've sacrificed so much of yourself towards something. It feels almost like it's like you're gonna be able to release something with that Scorpio energy and come at it with like a fresh perspective, new opportunities, new endeavors perhaps that you can pursue going forward. It almost feels like a door opened up and you're it almost feels like you're rushing right into it before the other door starts closing behind you. Or maybe like you opened up this door, like this door closed and as soon as the other one opened up, you're speeding through it immediately. Or this door opens up, you're speeding through it as the other one is closing behind you. Like the room is closing off behind you because you no longer want whatever is behind you. You want what's forward, what's ahead of you. What you've been manifesting is what I heard. Interesting. Two of Wands is also like, you have this vision right now. I feel like you've been working on something for a really long time, whether that be related to like this pre-card pull of just healing childhood wounds, or reconnecting with your joy, or restoring your playful behavior, restoring your sense of innocence. It feels like you're just like moving on and getting into a better place mentally with that Two of Wands, and that's very significant with that Six of Spades as well because it emphasizes moving on too. Also feels like there was like some sort of strain in the voice there on my end, and I feel as though like perhaps you haven't spoken about these dreams and aspirations quite publicly. I feel like you perhaps kept it to yourself. You might have some close individuals that you confide in and give them insight into what it is that you're doing, but at the same time it's like it feels like you're deepening the attraction of something or someone, or some direction, because of like, because you're keeping it to yourself. It creates like this sense of intimacy with that, you know. It feels like more, has more charm to it, because you're able to dream and reflect and manifest on your own, in a very safe space, is what I'm hearing too, with that Two of Hearts coming in. That Jack of Diamonds also is like, something about romance is coming in for you, something about having this childness, this sense of irresponsibility, this sense of just like, just going, I heard going with the flow, but it doesn't feel like that so much. Maybe like carefree, maybe. You're just like really like integrated, you're flowing harmoniously into things, you're moving in your groove. And I'm getting like energies of the waves too with that. Ooh, you also have the star coming out here. That's really beautiful to see. So as you're like manifesting and closing out certain chapters, you're just like coming up on top right now with that Aquarius energy. You've got this like renewal of dreams coming through, where it's like your miracles are finally coming into fruition. These miracles, these dreams, these aspirations of yours. You're also very full of hope. It doesn't even feel like just hopeful. It feels like you have faith, is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing that you're able to like heal yourself a lot too, and recover from and recuperate from certain things. As you kind of just ponder on it, as you like envision the future, you're kind of just letting go of certain things, closing out those chapters, and kind of like, I almost heard like a phoenix out of the ashes, you know, like when a phoenix passes over and, you know, it births again from its ashes. And it feels almost like that with your dreams and aspirations. It's like, oh, this didn't work out, let me breathe new life into a new idea. That's what I'm getting here. Two of Spades. I feel like, yeah, that sense of like failure to communicate. I feel like you're not communicating your dreams and aspirations. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe that's just like you wanting to just like keep it to yourself until the right time. It's almost like you don't need validation from other people in order to pursue your dreams and aspirations. Yeah. It almost feels like with that Five of Swords energy that if you were to do that, people would almost have like ego battles with you. I don't know why. That's very unsupportive energy. But unfortunately, there's going to be people that are just not, you know, rooting for you as you go towards your dreams and aspirations. I feel like this might be some family members who don't see the visions that you have, perhaps. This might be in a relationship or a work environment. Just relationships overall is what I'm feeling. You know, it also feels like if you were to tell your victories to someone, it feels like a hollow victory. You know what I mean? Where it feels like they don't understand or they can't celebrate with you. It almost feels like they're like shutting you out, or shutting you down, is what I heard. Whenever you bring up your dreams and aspirations, or what it is that you've got going on for you that turns out being successful. Yeah. And it looks to me that you've been very exhausted as you've been pursuing this. You've been very disciplined, okay? But I'm hearing at the same time, through this discipline, through your burnout and fatigue, and although you've been feeling very drained and just like you're spent, like you just want to let it all go, you're still very imaginative, very expressive in who it is that you are and how you communicate. And you're also like, I feel as though like you're being very hands-on with what it is that you're doing because you care so much about it. It's almost like I almost heard like someone saying like, oh, this is my baby, like this is the thing that I've been like focused on, and I'm going to make sure it grows into something big and beautiful. That's what I'm hearing. It's almost like you're holding tight to something, this childhood dream of yours, perhaps this wish fulfillment of yours, this fantasy of yours, the things that you've been daydreaming about, tempted towards pursuing. I feel as though like you're very, there's like a wanderlust about it, where it's like you don't want to give up, and there's like a level of sensitivity behind that, where it's like, you know that sacrifices will be needed, but at the same time you're not going to give up. You got to keep pushing forward, is what I'm hearing. And people are noticing this like energy shift in you as well, and it's almost like shocking them too by how quickly that you're ascending, because you're traversing through so many different cycles. I heard that you're like walking through these gates, and they are just full of trials and tribulations, and like I feel as though it's like you've been tested. And what's the phrase where it's like almost like when people are battle tested. I don't know, gas station ready kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like um yeah, you've been tested, okay? And people have been almost like perhaps even uninterested or by your aspirations, um apathetic, jaded. Like maybe they don't see the same thing that you see, you know? Definitely was getting that energy of just like there's just certain people who don't understand your vision. They're confused, they're bored, they're just like indifferent is what I'm hearing. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like you're rapidly leveling up, and that's happening within your life. You're attracting a lot of abundance as well. Yeah. And you're being vulnerable about it all at the same time, which is why people are going to be loving you for that. People are going to be wanting to shower you with abundance because of that. People are going to want to work with you. So you're leveling up in love, career, and abundance. You're also just having this beautiful positive shift in your mentality, how you show up. Even though you might feel unprotected, you might feel helpless at times, it feels as though as you shift forward, you're going to be triumphant. Triumphant is what I heard. You're going to have a triumph of some kind. And you're also going to be like able to embrace like this crown. You're going to be able to embrace this rise above all the noise and all the misconceptions and all of the misunderstandings is what I'm hearing. Yeah. You're going to be walking into some sense of confidence with a sense of curiosity too. It feels as though like as soon as you get through that vulnerability and finally see yourself, and I do see the level of self-worth that you have for yourself. You're very passionate, you're pushing forward. You have a lot of very strong-mindedness around you. Okay? I'm constantly hearing that you're constantly trying to reassure yourself to be bold, to be courageous, to stand up, to fight for what it is that you believe in, to be hopeful, to be continuously be inspired, always renewing your inspiration. It feels like you're constantly going to try to keep that inner child with that sense of curiosity, that inquisitiveness, just trying to stay passionate, fascinated, open-minded. And it feels like maybe you've lost this a little bit along the way while during this exhaustion period. I feel like this was like a while back, you know? It could be relatively recent, but it feels like you've already gone through this phase already. And maybe you also hit a little bit of boredom, you know? You've had to hop between different hobbies and different passions and pursuits and things like that. But now I feel like you're open-minded and nothing is holding you back anymore because you're just like this open book, you know? That's what I'm hearing. Ooh, closure. Yeah, you're definitely letting go of things. For sure, that's definitely the energy that I was getting. You're like ending chapters and having emotional releases. You're finally free. It also feels like you're opening this new door because you have closure from the past. There's all of these doors, all of these doors popping up, and you're taking the one you have the keys to. You're entering into the one you're feeling confident in. You're feeling a sense of creativity, a sense of curiosity. And you're walking away from that vulnerability. You're walking away from that exhaustion. It feels like you set boundaries as well. And now you're coming forth as like more vibrant within your personal success, more vibrant within like how you show up. Ooh, deja vu. Repeated patterns. Interesting. So there's going to be like some familiar lessons along the way as you're like opening up this door of closure and like, you know, you're traversing or embarking on a new journey. But it also feels like there's some unresolved issues in the back. Almost feeling like you've been here before. There was like a similar message last week where it's kind of like kind of got me thinking around if there's a sort of like deja vu pattern or something happens from the past. Definitely go back into, you know, your Akashic record, your spiritual how you say, your backlog, or the spiritual books that you've acquired along the way, or the notes that you've written, and just kind of just reflect on that once more so that you can kind of like maintain control towards like your direction forward. Some relationships might feel like deja vu, some instances might feel like deja vu. I always think that deja vu is just like whenever I think of it, I don't think it's like a repeated, like just a repeated pattern. I actually think like it's like foresight already from the past. It's like you're repeating the same instance, and it's like you have a second chance or second opportunity to traverse on that journey, or to do something differently, or even just be like, hey, I felt this before, I did this before, and let me go back and see what I remembered during that instance. It's kind of like a reflection of the past into the future, is kind of like how I feel about deja vu normally. But yeah, it's like that divine timing. It's so cute to see this little divine timing card. I don't normally see that. But yeah, something around the lines of patience is going to be required. I was definitely getting that, where it's like, kind of just have to trust the process, and when it's meant to be, it will be. I strongly believe that, you know, what's meant for you will never pass you by. And as long as you kind of maintain in that kind of mindset and momentum, all that illusion and fear of what could or won't be will kind of just like subside. You will feel less fearful and more excited about the future than constantly anticipating what might happen and whether or not it'll be good or bad. I suppose it's kind of like finding a level of just like faith in the universe, and just like just allowing it to like drive you forward, and just trusting that will allow you to feel at ease at times. Because sometimes if we are constantly wanting to be in control of every aspect of every day, every life, every minute detail, it can get a little draining sometimes. And the universe doesn't want you to drain your energy for what it's already preparing for you in divine timing. But in the meantime, you can always continue to glow up and improve yourself and find confidence, and you just personally transform into um, you someone you wish to be, someone you wish to become, the better version of yourself is what I heard. And just keep leveling up in your life, okay? I also heard, for some of you, perhaps you do like glamour magic of some kind, or perhaps you talk to yourself in the mirror. It looks to be that any sort of self-doubt you had about yourself in the past, you're finally being able to almost like reawaken from the past energies of just like feeling down about yourself. I'm hearing feeling less than. You're finally going to be able to see yourself in the way you always envisioned yourself of being, almost like how you were in your youthful stage. You see yourself in this beautiful, calm, happy, tranquil vibe, and now you're able to grow and kind of allow yourself to rework mindset the mindset shift that you had since you were a child into, you know, your forward moments in life. Yeah, forward moments in life. Yeah. And not sure why I had a little bit of some throat chakra stuff there. It feels like almost like I don't know why. I feel almost like this has taken a while, perhaps. Like almost like it feels like it's about time, is what I heard. Feels like this is a good time for you to really focus on you, is what I'm hearing. Because I feel like you don't want to lose yourself in the midst of pursuing your dreams and aspirations as well. And universe doesn't want that to happen for you. So they kind of want you to kind of just maintain that level of self love and care. Yeah. And yeah. And there's going to be mixed signals as you glow up as well. People are going to be feeling a little bit more like wanting more closer relationships with you. Boundaries won't be so quite clear. I suppose it's really just about, people are going to be a little bit shocked about your new boundaries, about whether or not they're a friend or a loved one or a family member or a coworker, like how you see them, because you're glowing up and you're kind of moving on with or without people is what I heard. But you know, sometimes when you elevate and you ascend, you know, sometimes you will step away from certain relationships in order to gain ones that are, you know, yeah, you're stepping away, ascending, so that I definitely feel like you're going to have to go through that kind of like transformation of stepping away from certain relationships. It almost feels like it's going to test your resilience. Those repeated patterns, because we have the situationship over deja vu, repeated relationship patterns, repeated traumas, toxic love, unresolved issues with certain individuals, family members, friends, coworkers. You've been here before, kind of thing. Universe just wants you to set those boundaries, focus on you, find closure, okay, with these individuals. And in divine timing, you're going to ascend and move forward, okay? You're going to have that spiritual awareness, higher awareness, spiritual growth, next level of consciousness. And you're also going to be elevating into that status upgrade that you've been focused on, you've been traversing towards. You're going to be having improved social standing. So new relationships will come in, whether that be in love, finance, career. Overall, you're just going to be leveling up and reaching the next level as you traverse forward. So keep doing your thing, okay? And I suppose the message really is to find the inner child in you, okay? Heal from the childhood wounds and really rekindle your level of playfulness. Continue to focus on you, self-improvement, and just love yourself as you focus on your dreams and aspirations. And yeah, keep shifting into that positive frequency, all right? So yeah, these are all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If this reading resonated, consider showing your support by subscribing, liking the video, and leaving a comment down below. I truly appreciate it as it helps get the message out to the collective. Until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.